Religious trauma can form in churches, in mosques, in temples, or even in homes. It can emerge through sexual abuse by trusted leaders, through psychological manipulation framed as spiritual authority, through emotional control presented as obedience, through fear-based theology centered on punishment or rejection, through shame-based teaching about
some beliefs left invisible marks. Naming harm is not betrayal. Letting go is not defeat. I'm reclaiming ground patiently, untangling hurt from meaning, untangling hurt from meaning, catching my breath again.
Come back with a Christian name.
Welcome back. If it's your first time around this neck of the woods, this is a space where we explore the deep roots of the ideas that quietly shape our lives. Today I want to talk about something difficult, something that's deeply personal for many and often left unspoken: religious trauma. Religion, historically speaking, has been one of the most prominent expressions of human spirituality. Its influence is vast, which explains its ubiquity. Much of the Western world has been shaped by Christian frameworks, while other parts of our global family have been formed through Islam, Buddhism, Hinduism, indigenous traditions, and many more. These systems are ancient. They evolved across centuries, adapted to cultures, intersected with power, and in many cases drifted far from their founding impulses. Because of this, many people watching this were shaped, often unconsciously, by a particular religious imagination during their formative years. This isn't speculation. Research consistently shows that early religious formation plays a powerful role in shaping identity, morality, worldview, and emotional development. And while religion has brought meaning, beauty, and community to millions, it also carries a shadow side. Religious practice is largely a human construct, and anything human can be misused, distorted, or even weaponized. At a collective level, history makes this clear. The Crusades, colonialism, forced conversions, and specifically here in Canada, the Indigenous residential school system stands as a painful reminder of how religion was used to justify cultural erasure and generational harm. Similar stories echo across continents. But collective history, as devastating as it is, often feels distant for many. What lingers more intimately are the personal wounds. Religious trauma can form in churches, in mosques, in temples, or even in homes. It can emerge through sexual abuse by trusted leaders, through psychological manipulation framed as spiritual authority, through emotional control presented as obedience, through fear-based theology centered on punishment or rejection, through shame-based teaching about the body, sexuality, doubt, or even identity. Religious abuse can sound like this. Who you are is wrong. Your questions are sinful. Your body cannot be trusted. Love must be earned. And your doubts are equal to failure. And these wounds don't stay in the past. They shape how we see ourselves. They affect who we trust. They influence our relationships, our boundaries, vocation, and even intimacy. They distort our relationship with authority and sometimes even our relationship with our own inner voice. See, unaddressed, religious trauma can quietly set the wheel of life in motion in ways we don't fully understand. You see, pain reproduces itself, patterns repeat, and we may not realize that the origin lies in the early spiritual formation. For many, spiritual abuse becomes a heavy internal weight. The mind tries to reconcile two competing needs: the human longing for connection, meaning, and transcendence, and the learned need to avoid what once felt unsafe. When religion and spirituality have been tightly intertwined, separating them can feel almost impossible. This tension can be deeply disorienting. You may long for depth while flinching at religious language. You may crave meaning while fearing manipulation. You may want transcendence without reopening old wounds. If that's you, I want to say clearly, your experience is real. Religious trauma is real. And naming it is not betrayal of spirituality. It is often the beginning of reclaiming it. If this conversation resonates and you want to explore it more deeply, I've created an extended reflection on Patreon where we move more slowly. In that space, I unpack the signs of religious trauma in greater depth and offer grounded practices to help you navigate them thoughtfully and safely. On that platform, I've also included a downloadable reflection companion titled Untangling Harm from Meaning. It's a gentle guide designed to help you separate what wounded you from what may still hold meaning, without pressure and at your own pace. You will find that link in the description below. And if you're looking for one-on-one space to untangle belief from harm, I make space for those kinds of conversations available also. This is space not to tell you what to believe, not to fix you, but to hold thoughtful, steady space as you discern your own path. I'll also leave the link to that in the description. But look, whether or not we will meet again in those spaces, I am honestly glad you are here at this very moment. See, because learning how to live meaningfully after harm and reclaiming your inner ground with patience and integrity truly matters.
Some beliefs left invisible. is not betrayal. Letting go is not defeat. I'm reclaiming ground, patient